Hello, everybody. Sandy Kreisberg here. It's Fridays with Sandy. Our beloved leader, John Byrne, will not be joining us. He's getting his fifth COVID shot on the theory that can't be too careful. We've got a very exciting guest. He's got two axes of his life. He's interested in aviation. He got a pilot's license and became a commercial pilot at a very early age. And he's also a Christian missionary, and he comes from a missionary family. And he grew up in, he went to school in Africa, where both he and his parents were involved in a missionary work in Zimbabwe. Okay, Paul, you can repeat some of that, but that's just the framing. Could you introduce yourself?
So, hello everyone. My name is Dong Suk, or call me Paul, like Sandy said. So, as he said, I have two axes of my life. So, I am currently still studying with the Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University online, both bachelor and master degree in aeronautics.
So this is fact one in terms of just your admissibility. You're getting an online degree, both a bachelor's and a master's degree, from Embry-Riddle University. Is that totally online, or have you ever spent any time there?
Totally online.
Okay. Have you spoken to anyone from business schools about that, and what did they say?
So I spoke to the AdComs. I sent an email to them, and they said they will.
No. Who said what? When we were prepping for this, you said Wharton said this and Harvard said that. So what did they say?
So as for the online degree, all the AdComs said that if it is from the accredited university, which is the Embry-Riddle University, they will completely understand my situation, and they will they will credit as the undergrad institution. But
Embry-Riddle is an okay university. If somebody, I'm sure there are people from Embry-Riddle at the top 10 business schools in the U.S. So that's not a deal breaker, and they seem to have blinked at the total online part. You have a special burden to explain what it is and what you're doing, and to make it clear in your application and your resume. Okay, so you're earning your bachelor and master as a dual program, and you're going to get that when?
In July 2022.
Okay, so you will have graduated by the time you matriculate.
Exactly.
Good. Okay, then tell us about your work experience.
So my work experience is so I started as a cadet pilot, which is with the Qatar Airways. It's one of the international airlines based in Qatar in the Middle East. So I started as a cadet pilot, which the airline trains me to become a qualified airline pilot.
Yeah, and your resume says that to get into that cadet program, it's ultra competitive. How did you get into the program?
It's very, very competitive. So there were 4 stages of interviews conducted in various locations in the United Kingdom and Qatar for the final interview. So there's a
so it's real selective. On your resume, you said it was top 3% out of 300 student pilots. So that 3% out of 300, if my math is right, that's 1%, top 1%. Okay. So you became a cadet pilot. Then what happened?
Then I successfully completed the training, and I started working with Qatar Airways as a qualified airline pilot as a second officer.
Yeah, does that guy fly the plane or? Yes,
they fly the plane, and normally they assist a lot in the cruise sector. So you're the third line in command of the safe operation.
Okay, so you then moved up through you became a second officer, a first officer, and what are you doing now at Qatar Airways?
Currently, I resigned because I had to serve in the military for South Korea.
Good.
Mhm.
So that's what you're doing currently. And what we've got is a 740 GMAT and a 4.0 from Embry-Riddle in this dual degree, Bachelor of Science, Master of Science. Do you know anybody from Qatar Airways who applies to business school?
Actually, I just got into contact with one ex-Qatar Airways. He was a revenue analyst. He went to Harvard Business School, and he's very helpful in my career trajectory, giving me advice on the application both.
Yeah, that's good. A revenue analyst is someone they would take. You know, they don't care. Being a revenue analyst at Qatar Airways or being a revenue analyst at Victoria's Secret, it's the same job. There are no pilots at Victoria's Secret, however.
No, most of the pilots I know of, actually 99%.
They date people who are Victoria's Secret models, but let's keep rolling. Right.
They love their lives there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you plan to apply first round next year. Let me take a deep breath and figure out what we got here. We got a guy with a 740 GMAT. We got a guy who's working, who's got a summa cum laude from Embry-Riddle. That's positive. That's positive. We've got a guy who is a pilot, has worked as a pilot for Qatar Airways. That's a major company. I think your chances of getting into Harvard Business School, if you can explain all this, make your resume more clear, make the essay more clear. Boy, I think they'd like you. They'd like the international experience. The airline industry is something they're interested in. I think your chances at Harvard, I think your chances of getting interviewed at Harvard are like 30, 40%. And then I think at the interview, I'd really practice for that interview. And I'd also, I don't always say this, if I were you, I'd hire a consultant to help you put the whole thing together. And you got to hire the right consultant. You need a smart consultant and a patient one to help you write a resume that just is more readable and to help you explain your story. I don't always say that, but that's what I would do. But if your story is presented in a clear way, you got a lot going for you.
Okay.
Okay. That's my advice to you. And then what other schools are you interested in?
Tuck and MIT, I will really go for those schools.
MIT is always odd, but man, there's parts of them that should go for this. Like, don't they have an aeronautical degree or something?
Yeah, they have a Leaders Global Operation, which is you can get an MS and an MBA together. Yeah. And they have a Center for International Airline Businesses. So they are researchers.
Yeah, they would be very interested in you.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I'm very interested as well.
Yeah, Kellogg and Tuck would be interested in you just because you're interesting. And Ross is a good school. I think with these numbers, I think your chances at Ross are very, very good. So you got a lot going for you, Paul, and those are your chances. And you've spoken to the schools, right, about what they think of Embry-Riddle and what they think of people in the airline business, and what did they say?
I think, first off, I talked to some of the professors actually who are currently teaching at business schools who some of the courses
Yeah, I don't
there.
care what professors, I care less. Have you spoken to any adcoms?
I've spoken to AdComs and schools like I'll say GSB, and I don't remember the details of other schools, but they were interested in my career and my aviation experience. Because
Yeah, I believe it. That's a positive sign.
uh,
You got a lot going for you. It's just,
the presentation.
yeah, you got to get your act together. That's all.
Got
Okay,
it.
you're a likable guy. You've got powerful stats. You work, everybody. You work in an aerospace, which is a respected industry. Business schools very interested in that.
Mhm.
And the fact you're a pilot, that would always, uh, you know, add a little flavor to the diversity of the class. So
Mhm.
let us know how it works out. I think you've got a lot going for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, Sandy.
Okay. Vaya con Dios and
Thank you.
what do they say? Blue skies? Is that what they say in the business?
Blue skies. That's correct.
Blue skies, buddy. Okay, great talking to you.
Thank you.